Okay, so this is going to be a little talk through. My setup in my room is so different than what it was. I switched my room around, so yeah, this is just a little different. I'm starting off by applying some of my eye cream. This is the Kiehl's Creamy Avocado Eye Cream. I like this because I do bake a lot, so this just helps moisturize my eye area really nicely. Moisturizer of choice today, normally I go in with my Nivea Soft, but today, just because I got it as a sample at Sephora, I'm gonna go in with Ultra Repair Cream by First Aid Beauty. And I've used this a couple of times and I actually really like how it goes on my skin. And the sample size is like, this is a lot. This is 28.3 grams, 1 fluid ounce. And this one is 75 ml. It doesn't really say the mils on this, and I don't really know what that is, to be honest. Okay. I probably should have started off by saying that, but this is the first impression on the Maybelline Fitme Matte and Poreless. I don't have a whole bunch of drugstore foundations, so I wanted to try one out. So a lot of people told me to get this. I posted a picture on my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. And they said, yeah, this one's really good for oily skin. So I am in the shade Cappuccino. And then today I'm actually going to use a different primer. I'm just kind of letting my moisturizer sink in a little bit. But the primer that I'm going to be using today is by NYX Pore Filler. And it claims that it creates a satiny smooth finish, minimizing the appearance of enlarged pores, can be worn over, under, or without makeup. So this is also a new product testing for me. And then at the end of everything, I'm gonna set my face with the NYX Matte Finishing Setting Spray. So this is a foundation routine with first impressions for a few of my products. Yeah, I'm gonna see how it applies. Interesting texture. It feels like the Makeup Forever primer, but it's not as smoothing. It still smooths my skin, but the Makeup Forever one smooths even more. Let me zoom in skin and you guys can kind of see the difference between this side and this side. It is a little bit more blurred. So I apply primer mainly heavily on my T-zone area, and then I blend outwards. I don't put primer concentrated everywhere. I concentrate it in the center of my face and then go outwards on the rest of my face, because I'm oily in my T-zone and then normal for the rest of my face. So put a little bit on my nose, underneath my nose, because I get oily under there as well, and my chin. And that's pretty much it for that primer. So another product that I'm actually trying today that's new is this Quo sponge. I don't believe you can get this in the States. I think this is only Canadian at Shoppers Drug Mart, but they have like a pack of 3 sponges. So I took one, the other 2 are going in my freelance kit, but this one is mine, the lavender one, and I'm just gonna use this to take my concealer and cover my color corrected areas. I couldn't think for a second. Now I'm gonna go in with this foundation. I don't know if I already said this, but I am in the shade Cappuccino 340 for the Maybelline Fitme. I'm gonna take my Quo sponge It's like a really good dupe, I think, for the Beauty Blender. I say that because I've never used the Beauty Blender, but this blends out my foundation like a dream. So I'm just gonna apply this all over my face. So it's spot on for a match, like spot on. It matches me perfectly, which is very shocking because the only other drugstore foundation that I've tried that's matched me is the Milani one. Well, actually, it doesn't even match me perfectly because it's a little bit more red, but I still wear it anyways because after I like highlight and contour, it's fine. But this matches me without even having to like highlight and contour, and I really like that. The coverage to me is medium, which I also don't mind. My skin definitely still shines through. I do like full coverage for my foundation, but I don't mind that this is medium because you know what, it's buildable, so I can use this definitely if I want to wear more natural but still have good coverage, and then build it up a little bit more. So this is my first like light layer because I really did not apply a lot. Yeah, so I'm gonna go in with another layer because I like full coverage. Only thing I will say is I wish this had a pump. It would be nice if it had a pump, but I mean, my Estee Lauder foundation doesn't have a pump either, but the MAC one can fit in there, so I've used it before with a pump, and it's just a lot more controllable, and you waste less product, so pump factor would be nice. Obviously, when doing my foundation, I don't really like match my neck because my neck is significantly darker than my entire body. Actually, my face, my neck, and my body are different colors all over. Like, I'm darker in places, I'm lighter in places. So when I match my foundation, I match my face, and yeah, I blend it down, but it wouldn't really make a big difference for me to blend it down. And I'm not gonna blend my foundation all over my neck because that would just waste my foundation. So just a disclaimer. But in terms of color match, it matches. It matches. So now I'm going to highlight my face. This works. Sorry, I had to fix my camera because it was annoying me the way it was kind of on. Now I feel a little bit more centered. So taking the same like mini sponge, I'm just going to blend out my concealer. I haven't redamped it or anything, I'm just blending it out. Ooh, I like the sponge. I can tell off the bat that I like this product. It's not like blending out my concealer and kind of like wiping away product at all. It's really pressing the concealer into my skin really nicely. So I'm just taking the same mini sponge and I'm using my Sacha Buttercup powder, and I like the shape of this sponge. It's like a teardrop. It's literally a dupe to the Beauty Blender, I think. In terms of the mini sponges that they have, this sponge obviously shaped differently than a Beauty Blender, but like it blends my foundation out as a dream. The only other sponge that I can compare it to is the MAC Pro blending sponge, and yeah, I liked it, but I wouldn't buy it again. And I honestly bought it. I wouldn't buy it at full price either because I mean, obviously I work for MAC, so I got a discount. But like, it doesn't soak up water too much. It blends out my concealer really nicely, that's for sure. But like in terms of foundation, it's like it was whatever. Like I really love this. I've purchased this again. And then the only other sponge that I really like too is the Real Technique sponge. And so that's the one that I could really compare it to where I like it, but this one doesn't soak up as much product as the Real Technique sponge. It actually soaks up less product, so I like that. So anyways, this teardrop shape, I like this because obviously when I'm baking now, I can really get in under my eye. So yes, my sponge is damp, and I can really get under my eye with this. When I set my face, I set my pore area too. So like, I'm not doing anything majorly different in my foundation routine that I wouldn't do with my other foundations that I use. So yeah. And yeah, I'm gonna go in and do the rest of my face like I normally do. I do have a foundation routine on my channel, so please go and check that out to see what I contour with and whatever. And then I'll come back, and when I come back, my face will be fully done, and I will tell you guys what I feel about the setting spray, like how I feel it settles on my skin, the primer, and the foundation. I will say this, looking at my face, like, this definitely mattifies my skin. It definitely smooths out my skin. I like the coloring of the foundation. So far, so good. So we'll see how it all looks towards the end. Hello, so I'm back. My makeup is fully done. Put my hair down, well, my wig down, but you know, you know how that go. But let me just say, these four products. Okay, so right off the bat, I like the sponge applying my product. I really liked using this applying my baking powder. I just really felt like it made the job a lot easier, and it actually packed it on really nicely. Hands down, the primer is really, really nice, and this is just my first impression, by the way. I'll have another clip on just before I'm about to take it off, just to let you guys know how I really, really liked it after a few hours. And yeah, so I really, really like this primer. So the first impression of this primer is I really, really like it. It definitely has my skin looking all smooth. It does its job, you know. I mean, for a drugstore primer, it's really nice. I like it. So yeah, for the foundation, love it. I really, really, really like this foundation, first impression. Again, I'm gonna see how it wears throughout the day. It is 4:30, so in a couple of hours I'll take everything off and just really let you guys know how I really, really feel about it. But this is just my first impression, like, after my makeup is done. I really do like it. I definitely think this is like the perfect match. It was really shocking because I've never seen this color until I went to finally decide to buy it. I'd always see caramel, I believe, and toffee, which caramel is a little bit too light, like an NC45, and toffee is a little bit too dark with red, like an NW45. So cappuccino is just like the perfect fit. I am sandalwood and Estee Lauder. I am N9.75 in Urban Decay, and I'm NC50 in Studio Fix Fluid. The powder I'm NC55, but like, this joint is bomb.com, okay, for a drugstore foundation. So I'm really happy that I found a drugstore foundation. I'm really happy. It was 11 bucks, 11.99 Canadian. This primer, I got it on sale. Usually it retails for $16, but it was $14, and this was also on sale. This usually retails for $14, but it was like 9 something. I like how my face looks. It's still matte, but obviously it is like dewy in places where I added my highlighter, which is like my forehead, basically my cheeks, and basically my T-zone area, if you really think about it, minus my cheeks. But I like how this felt on as it was going on. It didn't leave like a weird sensation. I have a setting spray from Gerard Cosmetics. This is like I bought two. I bought the green tea and I finished that one, and I bought this one. But like what I find with this is it leaves like a tingly feeling on it, and I'm not with that shit because like my eyes start to water after my makeup is done, and I'm not with that shit at all. So we'll see how this goes as well. If this is good, then I will start buying this because yeah, I like it. The second ingredient in this is alcohol, but it's the same case with this as well. The second ingredient in this is alcohol as well. I mean, alcohol does dry out your skin, so you don't really want to be dousing your face with this setting spray, but it's fine. Like it doesn't really bother me too much. It's just lightly misting on my face. So I mean, fuck, I put alcohol on my pimples, to be honest. I mean, you're not supposed to do that, but for spot treatment, if I don't have tea tree oil, I could take a little Q-tip, dab a little bit of alcohol on that bitch, and it dries out. So yeah. Yeah, this is my full face. There is a tutorial for these lips and eye. It is a collab video with Infinite Artistry here on YouTube, so you will see this makeup look. But overall, so far so good. Again, it is 4:40 p.m. so we'll see how it is in about 4 hours, and I'll let you guys know how I really feel. So see you guys in a bit. Oh, it has been a solid 6 hours with this foundation on, and I love it. I am still matte, you guys. I'm glowy in the places where I highlighted, but I love this foundation. The primer is holding up nice, and so is the spray. I'm way too lazy to put back on my actual professional camera, so I'm just recording on my phone. But it's a 10 for me, guys. It's a 10. Actually, it's more of like a 9.5. The foundation, I would love it if it came with a pump. But you know what? For drugstore primer, foundation, and spray, it's lit. But yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it for my first impressions. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more of these, please let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you in the next one.